Okay, here's where we're at. The pattern's been approved, and the leather for the front and the back's been cut. After that was done, I have an extra piece. This is going to be my pattern. It's all going to be put together. But anyway, after the leather was cut, then I took this pattern and I cut it into 3 pieces. I used these 2 pieces for my stitch lines. Now, to mark my stitch lines on this leather, I just went in with my scratch-all and scratched a line there, scratched a line there, being careful not to bring it beyond the end, because that makes a difference. It's not something that people generally notice, but you know, it's one of those little extra details that just helps it. Also, I don't know how clearly you can see this, I scratched it on the inside. That's for where my glue line is going to go, so I know where to put the glue, basically. Same thing on that one. Now, I took this piece, traced it onto another piece of paper, and put a border around it. What's going to happen is this top piece here is going to go, well, on the top of the holster. And that's just going to roll over like that. And the leather is going to be, the lining leather is going to be glued and stitched along there. Then it's going to be folded over, glued on the inside, stitched across the bottom, and then these side pieces will be caught between the 2 outer layers. I didn't want to extend this all the way to the edge, because what that does is you have a thin layer of a soft suede, and it won't burnish as nice as I wanted to. So anyway, after I made this piece, I took my lining leather, which is a nice soft suede pigskin. Really, I wish y'all could touch this. It's like buttery soft. And I cut that out. And like I said, one side will go on here. Let's see. It'll be easier to handle once I get it glued down. But it'll go across top, something like that, with a stitch line across it. And of course the other piece is going to go on the back side. It's going to get all stitched across top, sandwiched, and then when I stitch these parts, the sides of this will be stitched in place. It's also going to be contact cemented to the inside. Now, the thread I'm thinking about using is a beige. It's a beige thread, and it doesn't give a lot of contrast to the leather, and that's what I want. I don't want a lot of contrast. I thought white, no, white would just kind of blend in. Black would be too much contrast, but this beige thread, I think that would look pretty good. Also, it'll go well with the lining leather. So that's where I'm at right now. The next step is going to be to glue those liners in. And we can go on from there. And what I'm going to use is just regular old contact cement. This is good stuff though. It holds really well, especially with leather. It can get into the pores and the crevices, and it soaks into the leather, not a lot, just a little bit, and that makes a very, very strong bond. But it's not just the glue that's going to hold it together. It's also going to be stitched together with that beige stitching, beige thread. So we'll get some glue on this thing and get to work putting this thing together.